if this is what Irving meant by answers.
Not sure. But obviously there's a connection here with Umbrella. And that's never a good sign.
We can worry about this later. First we need to find out about Jill.
You're right. Let's see what we can dig up.
If the microphone works, someone will have to send me a message and let me know. That's if Ali's in there. Couldn't tell you if it works or not. Oh dear. I'm only going to do maybe a short recording, nothing massive.
You can have it.
Roger. Thanks for the help. Much appreciated. This is the facility.
Come on! Come on! I'm finally getting somewhere.
Can you hear me okay?
Roger.
You have to let me know if you can hear me, because a testing kit to know if my mic's on or not. It is on. Okay, cool. It's great. He's joking. I'll try and do as much as I can. I could do this an episode, I don't know. I could do. But the thing is, what would I talk about in today's episode? There's too many mad things going on today, so.
You take that.
Okay.
I had people complaining about being in my place, and I had to address that with someone. He's complaining like I overcharged him when I charged him in the rate that lower than everyone else, and
You can have
Roger.
he agreed to it. And I said to him, like, I didn't even say to him, I said, like, you've got all these people, you paid for all these people to come to this Comic-Con or whatever it is, you paid for all these people for their tickets and shit, and you paid for all their food and everything, and not once did you curse yourself and say to them, you rent a space for someone, is it a roommate? No. Basically,
Okay.
he wanted to go to some Comic-Con thing. I don't really go into them things in detail, and I said he could rent this place, my place, for a certain amount of money, and even though he did that, he kind of complained afterwards saying, oh, but I charged him too much. I charged him 120 for 5 days in my place, and he didn't even pay me in full anyway.
Thank God there weren't
Which
more of them.
I didn't even complain about.
We wouldn't last in a fight
But
with a
while he
whole world.
complained, I kind of said to him, you had all these people that you invited to come, and
Roger.
you paid for them, you paid for their tickets, you paid for their food or whatever it was, but at the end of the day, did he even say to them, like, why shouldn't they chip in like a quarter each or a percentage? He didn't even say that to them, so like that's got nothing to do with me.
I don't think they'll notice us.
And this guy was kind of biased. Because all he kept going on about is, oh, you know, I've got loads of money, I'll do this and that, and you know, I'm not buying that with people, man. Like, you come here and you pay a certain amount, and then you turn around and you don't like it because of fuck ups you do yourself. Like, I don't do any fuck ups when I rent my place out. It's very simple. Look, if you want my place, this is how much it costs. And this is how much it costs every day, or this is how much it costs for a certain amount, and if you like it, then pay for it. But you can't like just dirty up the place because you feel like you're like kind of intent for that. That's kind of bullshit. Like the thing that this guy was doing is like some next level shit. Oh, what's going on? They're not coming out. Oh, do you know what? That would help. I actually forgot to press the button. My God, I'm so irate with this guy at the moment, man. I even had to close my WhatsApp because I was just sick of his shit, like him complaining. And he kind of come out threatening me, like he was going to threaten me, like he was going to do something to me because I refused to let him stay here again. Like, what the fuck is this guy on? This guy actually was crying, like, no man, if you don't let me stay here, you know, I'm going to do something to you and all that. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the hell do you think you are? The guy is messy. Like, do you actually really want me to tell you the things that were going on? Because you might think it's disturbing. Yeah, listen to her. Alright, let's just say he went to the bathroom and he did a number 2. There were 16 toilet rolls, like 4 packs of toilet paper, and he used all of them, and just left 1 roll standing there. And I was like, he flooded the toilet. When the toilet was done, I said to him, go to the shop and buy new toilet paper. What? How can you empty the whole house of toilet paper? Oh, but you know, I had food. And you don't do that in people's house. You wouldn't do that in your friend's house. You wouldn't do those things. That's not something you do. Then he goes in the kitchen and he washes his feet in my kitchen on top of my plates. Then he's washing his hair or whatever, and then there's hair strands in my kitchen on top of my plates. And then I'm saying to him, what are you doing? You're walking around my house with your shoes wetting up the floor. And he's, oh, you know, that's just, to him, that's normal. That's normal behaviour. So in his house, apparently he just wets the floor consistently all day and just uses up toilet roll and doesn't clean up after himself. And then the bathroom's wet, the kitchen's wet, the living room's wet. And then he sits there, what is he? A wildling. Oh shit. Because now people probably sit there thinking I'm taking a piss out of this guy or I'm shitting on him, and I'm not. I'm just telling the truth, like what happened. My friends see him, he takes drugs, he passed out on my sofa for days. It was so bad that my friends, we went shopping for 4 hours, we came back and he still passed out. Like my friends were sitting there looking at him like, what's he doing? Like, why did he pay to stay at your house if he wasn't going to do anything in the first place? That's the whole point, what I told people. There's other people who wanted to use the place and rent it at the same time, and they offered me more money. The only reason I didn't accept it was because he asked me first, and I said, look, I'll be professional and just let him use the place. But it was he that asked his friends to come with him, and he left them. One of them came from Canada or something. One of them came from Canada to come to the event, and he left him there. He just left him to rot on his own. So he got upset and he got a plane and went home or something like that. I don't even know what happened. But when I heard that, I didn't gun him. I said to him, dude, you're disorganised. You asked for this shit. He's British. Yeah, he's from Manchester. But he's very disorganised. Like, you can't be telling people to come to these things, you paying for them, and then you just left him outside and just, well, you know, I'm going in the thing on my own and I'm just leaving you do whatever you want. And this guy doesn't know anything about the country or whatever. I don't know. I just think that's messed up. On the last day, hold on, let me just get past this bit. This bit's a bit loud, hold on. Right, so where was I?
So this is the facility Excella was talking about.
I forgot, you know.
I can almost guarantee she sent that VOW to eliminate.
Yeah, he left the guy behind. He just left him there at the show. He didn't come back. He didn't come back to collect his belongings or nothing. He just went. I'm trying to think what happened after that. He sat in my house and he was out. It was out cold stone. The third day 3 and day 4. He didn't even do anything. I would have rather gone back to work. Because I basically asked for work for a couple of days off, so this guy could be in my house, so he could do it, so he could go to his show and do his thing. Never occurred to you that when he asked to stay another day, I didn't really say anything. Is he like a heroin junkie or something? He just smokes weed and he can't control it. And if you tell him that, that's the guy gets upset or something. Yes, that's the first thing. He messaged me earlier saying, "Oh, but I've stopped smoking weed for 5 days." That don't mean shit, man. The first time he came into my house. Is he older than me? No, he's not. Listen, these people, yeah, when people younger than you, they know everything, innit? Apparently you can't tell them anything, so, you know, there's no point in me telling them anything.
Much appreciated.
It's like talking to brick walls, man.
I need ammo.
Use this.
If you say to them, you got a drug problem, nah, man, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me.
Much appreciated.
You know? So, I'm not a person of any of them things, like taking drugs or drinking or doing anything like that. And the man was sitting there on my messenger, messaging me saying like, I'm full of depression because I sit in my house and just chill on my own. At least I know I ain't a fucking idiot on my own. Like, fuck bare people, man. I like my own company because I ain't a fucking idiot. But yeah, he got all kind of personal, because he was asking to stay. Can I stay for a 4th time? So I want to go to this event, and he's just chatting. He's just constantly chatting, gassing on, and I just said no. Soon as I said no, he went into a mad one. He started ranting and raving. Oh, I know, but this guy said that you chatted shit about me. No, I didn't say nothing about him. I didn't need to say anything. He said something about me that I didn't even address. I didn't even want to address it. Nah, it's not even that. Listen, they went to the shop. I'll address it here though. Basically, one time they went to the shop and they were meant to buy their own food and drink or whatever, and I think one of them turned around and said, "Are you going to get Jericho anything?" And he said, "Nah, man, I'm not getting Jericho anything." And I said to them, like, I didn't ask for anything anyway, but don't be like, I just looked at it and I thought to myself like, but don't be like, you know, sitting in my house and then you're going to open up my food and drink and eat and drink my shit when you don't want to go out and get other people anything else, because it's going to backfire on you one day in the future when maybe you're skint and you got no money and then no one will help you and you'll ask yourself why. That's why I don't really take the piss with people, because it's all good. I've got friends who come around my house and they'll buy food like for other people. They're not going to sit there and like lay it on someone and say, because I bought food for you, I'm gonna lay the law to you, because that makes you sound like a total idiot. He sounds like such a sloth. Oh god. Listen, if someone invites you round or something like that, and someone decides to buy you food, that's them to decide to do that. You know, I don't mind that. If I've got money, I'll do that back to them one day. I don't even mind. But I don't like people sitting there gassing on and then telling you, oh, but you should appreciate me more because I bought you food. Like, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you on about? Like, when you go on like that, I stopped by to add a follow, and I have to dart and watch some American Horror Story. That's cool. Enjoy your film with your missus, or if it's your fella. I can't remember who's who. Feeling entitled just because they did something. That's what. Do you know the thing is, right? Here, Ali. I'll tell you. Let me tell you. I'm gonna pause it. Let me take a joke. If he came in my house the first time when I met him, yeah, he introduced me by somebody else, and he came in my house and he was high on drugs within 60 minutes. His friend left and left him there to fall asleep on my sofa. I didn't know this guy. I didn't know this guy for not even an hour, and he passed out, embarrassed me in front of my friends, you know, and I didn't like that. And I thought to myself, if this guy fixed himself up and he wants to go to this Comic-Con thing, do you know what? I'd probably just turn around and say, look man, you can stay a couple of days and then go and do your thing and then just go home, innit? I could have done that. But then the third time he come here and he did the same thing again, and I just thought, nah man, like, if this is what I've got to deal with, then I'm gonna have to charge him. Everyone else I have to charge them. Even my best friends, they come here, they get charged to use. They don't really charge them, but they buy games. And this is another issue. What he was complaining about, one of the other guys that was here, yeah, that he gave a ticket for free. He said, but you didn't charge Terrell and stuff like that. And I said, look, Terrell paid £70 for Tekken. Terrell paid £50 for a 1-year card for my 41st birthday this year. And then he put £30, £40, £50 electric. He paid over $170 to be here. In general, he's paid more than like Earthman did in the first place. I never laid it on him to say it like that, but he just come out starting all going all blasé, going mad and stuff. And I just thought, look man, I'm not gonna have to explain myself to people. When other people come here, if they don't pay for a reason. There's other people who come here and they put electric so that you are here. And if you can't grasp the fact of that, then you need to wake up and understand why. The majority of them shouldn't even have to turn around and be paying him anything. So where is he now? He's in Manchester. Oh shit, I can't even see. The screen is so dark. Bloody hell, man. And he threatened. Listen, if you had WhatsApp, I'd send you all the messages. I'll show you them myself, but I've basically put them on my Facebook and showed them to certain people just now. Because someone didn't believe me. I said, listen, no one's threatening me. You're mad. Like, this guy threatened me. You're mad. Thanks. Not a fucking chance in hell, yeah. He already knows what happened to the former friend of his came in my house and lived in my house and decided not to pay me, yeah, and he went to a police and he got me arrested for ABH and GBH. Even though he threw a traffic sign in my face and I caught it. I didn't call the police, but when I went and get a bat and blast his face off, yeah, he called the police straight after. And everyone called him a snitch as well. See, people don't forget that, you know, like that ain't forgotten. And that guy, I even say it on here and I don't give a fuck, innit? The police can even take this as evidence for whatever they want. I will get him when the time comes, yeah? And I'm gonna bust him with that bat again. Take it down, write on a fucking pencil, put it on a placardboard, whatever, yeah? From time when he hit me with that thing and the police did nothing about it, I'm gonna retaliate and do something back, innit? Simple. And then we'll see who calls the police and laughs. I'm 26 and I think I'm too old for this shit type of situation. Listen, I'm 41 and I didn't ask for this. Seriously. I have 7 years I've lived here, yeah, and I've done this thing for 7 years and never as once has anyone else behaved like that. Never. This is the time when an outsider like behaves like that, and I just don't need that. I don't need that kind of shit in my house, even a fourth time. There's no point, because next man's going to turn around and say all kinds of rubbish now, and other people will have to find out, like, because they're going to sit there, they'll sit there, nah man, he's not like that, he's not really like that, and they're going to find out that is how he is. I ain't got time to fuck around. I ain't got time to fuck around with stupid people age 23, 24, whatever, who can't even clean up after themselves. Must have his mum and dad, man. Must wipe his ass when he takes a shit or something. I don't know. I have no idea, man. But I don't know people who go to the toilet and don't know how to clean up after themselves. I mean, a fucking 3-year-old, 4-year-old would like know better. Even a cat, yeah. Even a cat will take a shit in a litter tray, yeah, and it will kick over the granules to clean itself and the fucking toilet as whatever it calls it. That's what it will do, yeah. So even a fucking cat knows better. And that's kind of embarrassing to say it like that. Yeah, the screen's too dark, man. I need to change. When I had a housemaid all my life, and since I lived on my own I was 18, and my house was always clean and organised. My place is clean and organised, trust me. It is exactly that. But this guy, like, I feel like I shouldn't have to get, I don't feel like I have to get paid and clean up after people and constantly after mopping a floor and stuff like that. Like, thing is, I could put these, I don't know, like, no, but what I'm saying is, like, what would you expect in honesty? Would you expect to be telling a 3-year-old to clean themselves, or a 23-year-old? Especially when you got, say, let's just say you're in your house, yeah, and you invite this person to your house, but then you've got 6 of your friends there. Let's just say you got 5 or 6 of your friends, and then you have to constantly tell this person these kind of things. Like, you'd be thinking, like, what the fuck, man? That, to me, that's what made the situation even just as embarrassing. And I heard, and another thing I heard before he came to mine, I think he went to a trip to Japan with a bunch of other people. Now, I don't really know what really happened on that trip, but I'm pretty sure that certain individuals was not happy with him at that, on that holiday, but they're not going to say nothing about it. How long did he stay in your house for? 5 days.
Thanks.
And then 5 days too many. Listen, like, the toilet roll thing is, like, from the first time when he stayed over, that was some issue, man, where bare people just like, nah, man, this guy is just not correct. And then when you tell you, this is the thing is as well, yeah, this attitude, like, when I told him, like, go to the shop and replace, like, what you use, and he was just smiling at me like it was all a joke, like it's all funny, you know. And when I see people like that, I look at that as, like, disrespect. I'm looking at, like, look, man, this guy ain't serious about nothing. Just let this guy do his thing and then go, and then just don't come here. Don't ask. The way he was begging, it sounded like it was at least a year. Is he posh? I mean, he just goes to work and earns a lot of money. No, I wouldn't say he earns a lot of money, but the way he kept going on about it, like, oh, I've got all money to do this, and I've got money to do that, and I've got money to do this, and I've got money to fund this, and I thought, look, man, like, I'm not after nothing off you. All I want you to do is pay your way to be here, innit? Nothing else. I ain't interested. Because he tried to turn it around, like, oh, but I got a ticket for Comic-Con for you, and I'm like, nah, man,
Missiles.
I'm not taking anything from anybody. I'm sorry. And then he's turning around, oh, you're so dissocial, you're so antisocial, you're so depressed because you didn't come. What are you talking about? Because I didn't come to Comic-Con, I'm depressed. But then he's chatting about, like, how depressed he was. He was suffering from depression because he gave what, I can't even remember what it was. He said, oh, because he smoked so much, he was depressed. I was like, hang on a minute. This is the same dude who was just turning around calling me depressed. 10 seconds later, he's like, he's suffering from depression. Can't be insulting people. Can't be insulting people like that, man. When you got your own shit is going on, and you're trying to insult people. Nah, do you know what? You know what I'll do? I'll go on Twitter. I'll go on Twitter and I'll put them on Twitter, and you can read. You can read the whole thing. I don't really care because people. I ain't really got that many friends on my Twitter anyway, so they'll look at it and they'll be like, "What the fuck's this, man?" I'll just say, "Look, this is some broken conversation."
Careful now. Don't know what it can do.
Oh my god, I did it wrong. I should have had acid. Oh, let's do it from here. Let's see. Yeah, I'd have to get all their messages out and find a way how to put them on Twitter so you can see what he said. But nah, man, to me, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Never had to deal with someone like wetting up my house constantly, like praying or whatever it was. Yeah, that's another thing he was doing as well, where one of my friends was fuming with. My friend wanted to grab him and kill him. He was praying. Straight after he was praying in the other room, he came out and he started smoking, and then after he smoked, he was praying again. And my friend was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, how can you?" Because he's a religious guy as well, so he was cussing him. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you praying and then you're smoking drugs and then you're praying straight after?" Like, and I was just watching it and I was just like, "Damn, man, this guy went mad." Praying, Muslim praying, whatever, I don't know what they call it. Yeah, exactly. Yes, and actually, I hope that he hears this year, and then he can post whatever he wants. He can turn around and say it's lies or whatever he wants, man. You know what I mean? There's bare people like face down to the floor, whatever. I don't know, because he closed the door and then he's praying. Once he finished praying, then he was praying for something like that, and then yeah, he went in my kitchen, he put his feet in my sink and started washing his feet on top of my plates and stuff, and then all his hair was in the kitchen. I was like, dude, people were eating from them things, so I had to bin them. And he's like, "Oh, but you know what, but I had to pray." Like, I was like, "Are you taking the piss?" Like, seriously, you know there's plate. And then he wrote it on WhatsApp like, "Oh, but I should have known better because I know there was plates in there. I should have just washed them, and then I should have washed my feet." And I said, "Dude, you could have washed your feet in the fucking bathroom. You could have washed your feet in the bathroom or whatever, wipe the floor with a mop, go back in the kitchen, and then do your praying in it." Like, come on, that's common sense. Legitimately common sense. But no, not for these guys, man. He sounds like a barbarian. That's no, he's from Manchester, serious. He's from Manchester, just. I wrote like this massive thing about it, like from the 2 times before he was here. There's other things he did that I just can't even explain. Like, there's things that these other girls were meant to come to my house to play games, and he refused to bring them down. He didn't want them to come at the last minute. He didn't even tell them. He never said anything to them. To this day, they don't even know what the hell happened. I know what happened. He found other people he wanted to bring, and they flopped at the last minute, and then he thought, nah, man, he might be on a beg, innit? That's what I think. He might have been on a beg, and he would have changed his mind and called these girls, "Yeah, I'll come down." And maybe they changed their mind. They just thought, "Damn this man." But yeah, that was, I wouldn't say that was educational.
You can
can have it.
Come on!
Roger.
Warning. A biohazard detected.
No. I don't know what button to press to ask for shit. I wish I knew. Huh? What? What do you mean? In the game. I need a herb. Oh. Oh, hold on, let me put one there. Hold on.
What's all this nonsense about evolution and being worthy? What does she
Use
mean?
this. Something about a philosopher's stone and selecting DNA.
I
Doesn't
need
matter
a
what
herb.
she says. She's just a terrorist. End of story. We can't risk Ouroboros
I
getting
need
out
a
of here and
herb.
infecting people.
Then let's go take care of
Thanks.
business. I need a herb!
Take this.
Man, where am I going? Hold on, let me just... Because I'm in a silent spot here, so I'm just thinking if I plot it in a silent spot, I can try and go on Facebook and try and post these things to you. I'm trying to think how to do it. Yeah, there's 16 of them. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right, I need to go on Twitter and work out how alright, just bear with me 1 minute, Ali. Hold on, sorry. Ooh. I'm gonna put 4 up at once. But some people are gonna be like, what the fuck is this you've put up? That's the thing, like. Oh, actually, do you know what? I got a better idea. Hold on. I'll delete them. Let me delete that. I'll send them to you privately. Nah, because I don't want people are gonna ask some mad questions when they see that. They think, what is this? Hang on, that's not even the right... Hang on, it's not even in the right order. Oh, Christ. These ain't even in the right order. What the fuck, man? Do you know what? I got a better idea. Hold on. Let me delete all this. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to take these out in order of how I got them on Facebook. I think that's easy to do. What does Chris keep doing that stupid noise for? Right, 1, 2.
Okay.
3, 4.
Oh.
3.
Okay.
4. Right, you chuck those away.
Oh.
Yes. I'm the green text, yes, yes. That's me. Hold on. I'm just getting the next 4 out. It's just going to take me a while to do.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Nice. Oh. Okay. Oh. Nice. Oh. Okay.
Got 4 more to send and then I'm there. Oh, this Chris, man's. Oh shit, where was I? What the fuck is a blanco? He came in my house. The first time he came in my house, I beat him like 50 games to 1. And when he won the 1 game, he put the pad on the floor and he said, I don't need to play you anymore, I don't need to play you anymore. So the rest of the time that he stayed here, I kind of just said like you don't want to play anybody because apparently like you keep putting the pad down. So everyone else was playing games and he was just sitting there sulking. He's like, why got no one like play with me? I was like, dude, like the minute you put the pad down, no one's interested in you, innit? You won a game and you put the pad down. You're a dickhead, innit? Only a dickhead does that.
Oh.
I could cut a man artery in 3 seconds with a knife. He's fucking delusional. Listen, all that there is, that's all there for people to see in it when the time comes. I'm not, because like I said, I got people I'll turn around and I could show them that and they'll be like, nah, you're lying. I'm look, this is what was said. This is what this multiple threats in there. I'm not bothered about the threats. The threats don't bother me. It's just the shit that he says in general.
Nice. Oh. Oh. Nice. Oh. Okay. Oh. Nice. Oh.
You say that he hasn't smoked weed in 5 days. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest, what he was doing. Couldn't tell you anything. All I can tell you is I just don't need to be around people like that at all. Yeah, but then there's no point in him turning around saying that I'm depressed. That makes no sense. Like, that's like me saying I'm at home now and I'm talking to you on here and you makes it sound like that's depressing. I'm not depressed. I have my own set of friends that I do my things with. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with anyone else what I do. But for sure, real thing is I'm far from depressed, man. That I tell you. I'm very blessed for the friends that I have, and that's all I need. I don't need all this outside bullshit. I keep my friends very, very close for a good reason. I make them so close that some people even think they don't exist, and that's good. Because the better they stay away from these kind of people, the better. No, I know, not me. Listen, let's just say, for example, me and you get along very well, and I could give you props to other people, and people be like, oh, but we don't see her, we don't see her stream, we don't believe you live in Brazil and all that. That's how they'll go on after a while, and I'll just be like, look, that's who she is, this is what she does, this is the things like she's involved in, and it's got nothing to do with anyone else. And you know, I wouldn't say in a defensive way, I wouldn't even say in a cagey way. I keep certain people apart for a very good reason, because I know certain people don't get on with other people now. It's very clear. Some people turn around, they don't even want to meet other people because they hear certain things. they sit there and they'll hear things like, yeah, this person messed up the bathroom, this one doesn't pay to come here and that. Like, why would they want to meet people like that? They don't want to meet people like that. So, you know. That'll do. 140. Got enough. Is there any stages you want me to do, or I don't want to hold you up because I know it's what's that over there? 12 o'clock over there in Brazil now. So I have to write that down on my notepad. Brazil, I'm 2 hours ahead of you. I have different groups of friends and I don't bring them together to the same place, but that's because I know they'll argue over politics in general, over political stuff. Okay. Nah, my friends are not like that. I just know who gets on with who and who wouldn't. And like, when certain people ask me certain things about certain people and the things that they do in his house, they're just like, well, you know, maybe I don't want to be around when these people are around. There's nothing wrong with that. But when they ask me like, oh, but why doesn't this person want to come? These people only want to play games at night. When these people play, these other people come in a different morning. These ones only want to come on the weekend. You know, it's all for a reason, man. I have to keep certain people apart. It's just a thing I have to do. If people were more civil to each other, then I wouldn't have to do that. I would more than happily have like a lot of people here together at the same time, eat, drink, smoke, catch jokes, so them lot could make friends among each other. But it's not going to work with certain people. This one is like a left. This one argues about the right. This one argues about games. This one argues about people who smoke and who don't smoke. Like, nah, I don't need that. Someone coming here moaning about people drinking, like, it's got nothing to do with them. I drink, and I said to him, look, I got bottles of drink. Like, I drink occasionally. He was like, oh yeah, but you drink occasional. Do you use OBS? What software? I like the way. No, this is the PlayStation 4. This is how the PlayStation 4 is. So it has the chat room on the right. It's already built in. I can't type from where I am, but if I set up, hang on, let me go on my stream. If I go on my stream from my PC, then I can type to you. Hold on. I have to get into my channel first. Yeah, see, on here it says your friend Ali's also watching, and then I can put the pop out. There you go. Random types. Yeah, you can change it. You can change it. You can put what you want underneath, like underlay, peaceful, scream. You can type whatever you want, what colour you want it as. I think you can have a chat thing underneath it, but what it does is it always cuts the game out if you try to type. So the screen is blue, and then while I'm typing, and then I press return, it comes back, and then it says it resumes, and maybe someone else asks a question. So I just use the PC to reply. Like this, like. I share the PS4 with my brother, but I never streamed on it, neither did he. You should use it. You should use it. If you got games on it, like Resident Evil, it's easier because you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit that you're suffering with. Just need a headset and you're good to go. You just get your Twitch, download Twitch, and then you can use Twitch and go online and save for Xbox One. Yeah. It's pretty neat tool to have. It's very handy. I see. Lucky guy. I'll be 1 minute, I'll be back. Hold on. Very sorry about that. God damn. I couldn't take it away from, like, you're his older sister, innit? Ugh. Oh shit, I might have gone. She's probably gone. She had to go to bed anyway. She's cool, man. She's one of the... I'd actually have to make an episode of her to show you a different perspective of life, of person, people you find that are just completely different. People that make your day, even if it's just those little bits. It's pretty cool still. She didn't even have to be my friend if she didn't want to be, you know what I mean? There's different things. But what are we gonna do? Is he streaming? beyond, no. Oh shit, like. Let's see, get in the corner. Is that streaming? Oh, it's on. Oh shit. Here we go.
But what kind of whacking off? Good whacking? We whacking off with each other's friends.
Christ.
Good friends are not too close. Too close to use their left hand. Oh, some Bobby Paterno shit or what's that?
Good night, all.
Bobby Paterno.
Oh god. Oh shit.
You know the other guy rock and roll well. Uncle, what's his face, man?
It's entertainment time. There's nothing depressing about this, I'm telling you.